Well, hello there, welcome back to the channel, and that's a warm welcome to both new and old subscribers. It's always good to see you here. So I start this video by showing you a new lamp, and I love this lamp. It's quite fussy, especially against the wallpaper there, but more is more. I had moved this lamp there just before Christmas, but Bill missed it in the den, and so the compromise was it goes back in the den and we get a new lamp for this place here, and I really love that. So this is the section of the video where I show you my brilliant way to arrange tulips. I'd trimmed them and then I'd put them in the fridge to keep them closed, and here we go. Plop, just plop them in. It's the easiest way to arrange tulips. And then I left this on a time lapse to show you how tulips sort themselves out. Did you see that? Did you see the black flash there? So it's meant to be a beautiful video to show you tulips move and arrange themselves, but Henry photobombed and decided to have a gnaw on the flowers, but you can still see how the tulips look after themselves. So the next day I left the kitchen to go and get ready, and I left my phone on camera just to spy on a certain cat, and I left it running for about 40 minutes while I went upstairs to get ready. There he is. I knew he'd do something, but I didn't know what, so I condensed this video down to 4 minutes. I'll put a timestamp below if you want to skip forward. I just thought it would be interesting to see what Henry does when I'm not in the room. And the answer is not very much. He's just watching telly here. He's either watching Frasier or King of Queens. I'm not sure what was on at that point. So just having a little stretch. All so innocent. Yep, still nice and innocent. Just gonna sit there. Just gonna sit there, mind his own business, isn't he? Or is he? He can probably hear me moving around upstairs at this point, so we have a little stretch, and then, what do you think he's doing there? That's right, he's taking a chomp out of my tulips. This cat and tulips, he drives me absolutely crazy. I can't believe they taste nice. I can't believe they do him any good whatsoever, but he still has a go. And as he strolls off and looks towards the camera, he has the actual audacity to stand there and stretch his mouth as if he's just eaten a fine meal. That cat. And he's back. And now, because I'm about to come downstairs, he's going to sit there and pretend he's very innocent and just waiting for his mum to come back down and see him. So you might enjoy my spying on Henry, you might not, but I was just curious. I wanted to see what he does when I'm not in the room, and the answer is trouble, really. Attacks my tulips. Clearly I've moved the tulips from there, and I won't bother with tulips on the island again. Back to roses, although he still chomps on my roses too. That cat. So now he's turned because he can hear me and he knows I'm about to come downstairs, and he just wants to sit there and look sweet and innocent. but we all know he's not. And here we see the results of the Henry damage. He makes the tulips so raggedy. What a mean cat. And look, hanging around, hoping to get back up there and have another go. Not a chance, mate, not a chance. On Thursday morning, when we went to do the weekly shop, I found some snowdrops in the front garden. Such a cheery and happy little flower to find. These are the flowers that I bought this week, and 2 bunches were reduced. The roses were half price, as were the hyacinths. Time to make lunch now using this salad that I found at a reduced price. Also a reduced price was this book, not actually on my shopping list, but has been in my mind since Christmas when I first saw it in Waitrose. And I looked on Amazon and it was still quite pricey there. So when I saw it for £12.50, I snapped it up. It's a really gorgeous book, so I'm going to eat lunch, look at this, and watch a series that I've only recently found called The Paradise, which was on TV 12 or 13 years ago. I did not see it at the time. And it is a joy. It's about a department store, fictitious department store in Victorian times. The store itself is a cross between Fortnum's and Ladurée, and it's just the most glorious programme. If you can find it, watch it, enjoy it. I'm going to rewatch this because it was just lovely. Such a joyous programme to watch. Flowers arranged. The white roses are from the previous week, but they are still fine, so I've used them again. And the same with the freesias and the carnations there. Another reduced price item that I found was this drink, pink grapefruit soda. Just a pink grapefruit fizzy drink, 59p instead of £1.40. Great for 59p, a bit much for £1.40 I have to say. And of course there had to be cake. There must always be cake. And for dinner we had this, which is sea bass with a rocket and pesto butter, and as the butter melts I throw in a handful of prawns and serve it with new potatoes and mange tout, and it is so good. We haven't had an unboxing for a while, and I have been impatiently awaiting the delivery of this for a week. Sometimes the stars align and something happens that you just feel is meant to happen. I had money in my bank and Aspinall were in sale, and I found a bag that I really liked and had 70% off. 70%. So I decided to go for it. I haven't bought a new bag for a while. I did buy a mini bag from Aspinall last year. And yes, I've got a note to myself there telling myself to enjoy my bag. But the little tiny mini bag that I got last year, even though it said it was a mini bag, it was still so tiny that I'm never going to use it. So I didn't hesitate to order this bag. Let's have a look inside. Just snaps open and shut, and that's it. It's just one pocket. I love that. I think that's really nice, and clearly I was meant to get it because when I looked at it I thought to myself, this looks really familiar, why? And then I realised it's because I have a heart-shaped keyring that Bill got me for Christmas the year before last. And it's exactly this colour and this leather. So it was a sign I was meant to get it. So unintentionally, I have the matching keyring. I'm very pleased. This is one of those bucket list kind of things, you know, when you really want something but you doubt you'll ever get it. had it not had 70% off, 70% off, that's such a massive discount, then I wouldn't have got it, but with that discount it made it affordable, just. So it's a nice treat, and I'm very happy with it. And I don't buy a lot of bags anymore. I used to go into Primark, and every time I was there I'd buy one of their bags for £10, and then I'd never use them and they'd end up in a charity bag. What a waste of money. Instead you could save that money and buy a bag like that you really want. And of course Henry Cat, well, it wasn't far away, and of course Henry Cat had to wedge into the tiny little box, and that's the bag on me. Where's Henry Cat off to? He'd spotted Tiger at the patio door. Tiger had spotted me and was hoping I'd go out and give him some ham. I love the way Tiger just completely ignores Henry when he does that in his face. Poor Tiger. He's my friend. Why, Henry, why? Tiger's just not bothered. Another day, and the squirrel had knocked down the coconut, so Mr. Robin was quite happily chipping away at that. And there we see Henry Cat, completely oblivious to the scene outside. Moments later, this blue tit also had a go at the coconut, and still Henry Cat, the coiled spring of a panther that he is, lies sleeping unaware. So this is for anybody who needs to see this and know that spring is springing. In the garden we have crocus and snowdrops, bright yellow aconites, mud because there's been quite a bit of rain lately. But spring is on the way. I do like spring. It's still good and cold. But we have the pretty pastel coloured flowers popping up. I found these roses. I think they've only just bloomed, so they're very early or very late, I'm not sure which, but they're kind of spindly, but it's still nice to see them. And rain, more rain. It feels wrong if it doesn't rain on a Sunday, if you ask me. And we still have the fairy lights up outside the back door, and they are going to stay there, because it's just lovely to see them there. Well, that's the end of the video. Well done if you've made it this far, and I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Toodaloo.